obviously. See, soon the Street Fighter 6 combos as well. Let's do that. Street Fighter 6 combos. Go. More combo clips, guys. For Street Fighter 6. Okay. Even when the quick call, we can still do the calls in the process. $22 piece, 29 piece. Wow, it's truly broken 32 piece. Trade. Figures. Legendary Killer B title. 21 piece. The woman call. Figures. Figures. Indeed. 3 piece, but it would have been a 20 if I got hit with the critical card, but unfortunately that happens sometimes. Younger Dave Model Roger. 20 piece. It would have been a 30 piece, but he didn't have enough help to do the rest of the hits, unfortunately. And me with Ed. Honey. Not a fair fight. Figures. Without the gloves, too. 31 piece to Henny. Ultimate destruction for Henny right now. Take a trade. Figures. 12 piece. Wow. You know you got hit with the critical art, but that's still one of the common clips. Like a dragon. Figures. Figures. Carl for Henny right now. With Geef, obviously. Yep. This is with DJ. Henny. We already know what you're trying to do for us when we can maintain Capcom. We already know what you're doing. You chose to suck in Capcom for good reason. When you had a chance to really show your true potential, but your true potential is human now. Let's see. I was calling with some of the mains pretty much, but let's see. Honor on. Okay. Not gonna be an easy task. Probably made his combos, honestly. See. That was a short clip for the combos with Street Fighter 6, obviously. But that showed you more sports content too, so I showed you a combo clip, obviously. But that was for now, altogether, that was some of the characters. Here we go for Mr. Francis, if we know about our peak in athletic prime.
What does it take to achieve greatness?
Indeed.
It takes passion,
Heart.
community that's there for you
Every step of the way.
Proud to cover greatness.
Win with Joe Grandfather Hutchinson in the real Amazon East top 100 ducks of all time. Yup, that movie comes out May 24th. All right, Mr. Francis. Hmm. Not fair for you. Right to Amazon Eve Monster Jam. The real Amazon Eve, the real Grandfather Hutchinson. Monster Jam, Mr. Francis. Not a fair fight. The facial serve out to Mr. Francis. You can't guard that. You're 5'1", man. Monster Jam like Amazon. He almost tore around. Girl almost tore the wheel off as well. True windmill off the free throw, not your traditional drastic crowd freezer. Ham is at home. Must see Grandfather was at his peak. Right to Grandfather Hudson. Mr. Francis. Call a timeout for Mr. Francis right now because he can't guard this matchup. Pump fake to Mr. Francis. Ham is at home. Not a fair fight for Mr. Francis. With the offhand. Good versatility. Mr. Francis indeed dunk right over you, 5'1". Right the Amazon, the real Amazon even Grandfather. Monster Jam. Grandfather Hutchinson, Mr. Francis indeed. Timeout for you. Calling it right now. Hammers at home. Come on, Mr. Francis. What you guarding right now? Grandfather Hutchinson for a reason, Mr. Francis. I jump height classes too. Mr. Francis. Like a dragon. Die. The jam, Mr. Francis. You can't guard timeout for you on 2 timeouts gone for Mr. Francis. Mr. Francis. Monster jam over Mr. Francis and the foul. Monster jam. The real Amazon Eve. This is what wins basketball games. Like Broly. Mr. Francis. You can't guard that. 5'1", man. The jam. Come on, the real Amazon gets it done too. Even the real Grandfather Hutchinson gets it done too. Monster jam. That was Blake Griffin. Mr. Francis. Get dunked on all day long. Monster jam. The real Amazon Eve. Monster jam. Right, the Grandfather Hutchinson. Monster jam. Not a fair fight for Mr. Francis. He can't guard this. This is not fair, Mr. Francis, right now. Lob and slam, Mr. Francis. You can't do that either. You can't dunk the basketball. We already know this. You guys are playing NBA 2K24. Good luck with that. Double pump by Cubby Bryant. This is not fair. Right, the Grandfathers and Monster Amazon Eve. Monster Jam. Right, the Grandfather Hutchinson with the good offhand, good versatility. You can see that coming, Mr. Francis. Monster Jam. It wasn't even a lob, and I made it a lob. Mr. Francis didn't do all the free throw line. Get out of the way, Mr. Francis. Draculara for a reason. That takes care of that. Mr. Francis, Monster Jam. Follow up jam with the offhand, good versatility by Tupac. Monster Jam. Faked Mr. Francis and hammers it home, Mr. Francis. You fell for that. 5'1". We need to talk. Yeah, we're talking right now. You see me talking smack against you right now. Monster Jam. Wins you basketball games, not like LeBron right now. Because he don't take accountability. I do, though, and I'm loyal, unlike you. Monster Jam with the good hand. Offhand for me because of versatility. Monster Jam on Amazon. Fastest, man. Come, here I come. Mr. Francis, get out of the way. Dr. J Proud, yeah. Monster Jam. Mr. Francis. Right there, Amazon. Monster Jam. You giving it back with the offhand because of versatility. My good hand, K Smooth. With the left hand. Switch hands. Monster Jam. Come on, man. This is not fair from his friend NBA 2K24. Double pumped it. Mr. Francis. Monster Jam. Grandfather Hutchinson. Monster Jam. NBA Fairhead edition for Mr. Francis. I fell my behind. The hater edition like Grandfather Hutchinson. Jesus. Take it to Mr. Francis. Oh, yeah. Ooh, Mr. Francis. A facial served up to a 5'1" guard. You knew that was coming too. The jam. Right, the Amazon Eve. The real Amazon Eve and grandfather gave it up that time. Monster Jam. That was going to be a turnover out of bounds, and I still was able to catch it and hammer it home. Monster Jam. Mr. Frank, you can see that coming, 5'1". You want to talk? We already know what the Michael Jordans are, though. Even when he didn't have the rings either. Mr. Francis, really in your face. Nothing you can do about that. Time out for you on that. Monster Jam. Tomahawks at home, Mr. Francis. You can't guard me. Monster Jam. I jumped to his height, though. That's Broly, so I jumped to it. Me oh my. The jam, my Amazon, the real Amazon puts it down. Monster Jam. Tomahawks at home, Mr. Francis. You want to talk? You better change your settings on Instagram. You want to talk to me, because you already got your settings on private right now, Mr. Francis. You need to change that setting. Right there, Amazon grandfather. Monster Jam. Right, the grandfather Hudson again. Monster Jam. That had to happen, Mr. Francis. Come on, man. This is not fair what I'm doing to your homeboy either. I'm jamming you all day long and your friend too. Better change the settings though. Off the free throw. Bastards. I nuked. Not a fair fight. Monster Xanos and Zeus for a reason. With the good hand, my good hand, K Smooth. Hammers it home. Over Mr. Francis and the foul. You can see that coming, Mr. Francis. You're 5'1", man. Come on. And a foul. With the offhand, I fell over Mr. Francis and dunked over him and the foul. Great body control out on my back. Indeed. Monster Jam. That was in the face of Nemesis. If you know about the worst, man, get out of the way of that. Right, the brother who shrinks himself to 6'3", he's still on, and I put it down. Not fair for him because he has big arms and shrinks the height from 6'10" to 6'3". He still puts it down. My greatness. My greatness become the height and weight. And brother Silky, he shrinks to 6'3". Even with his big arms, he still allows to not hammer it home. Not fair. Get out of the way, Nemesis. Indeed. From brother Silky to me, Monster Jam. And he shrinks himself to 6'3", and I still able to put it down. Height classes, he shrinks himself to Monster Jam. Grandfather in Amazon Eve's greatness. Windmills at home. Mr. Francis. He did retire a couple weeks ago, Bray Griffin, by the way. Monster Jam over Mr. Francis. He didn't want to get out of the way. You better get out of the way, Mr. Francis. You can't guard me. He's smiling all day long. Oh, me, oh, my Amazon Eve and grandfather, Monster Jam. With the offhand versatility. Windmills at home. Yes. Okay. You guys gotta pause it. Guys, be right back. guys. Alright, guys, I'm back. I just had to get my aunt's stuff pretty much. Had to rewind the clip. Like Amazon, the real grandfather Hammers at home. Mr. Francis. You can't guard me, Mr. Francis. Come on, man. Windmills at home. Right to Mr. Francis. Take it to 5'1" and a foul. You cannot guard me. Unguardable. With the good hand. Monster Jam. The real Amazon Eve and Grandfather Hudson when he was alive, if he was alive to see it. Right over the outstretched hand of Mr. Francis. Hammers at home. Can't guard that. Mr. Francis. Hammers at home. Monster Jam. My head was over the backboard. If I know about jumping height classes and Hammers at home. Amazon Eve. She throws it down. Mr. Francis, you don't learn again. Great body control and Hammers at home. Right, the Grandfather Hudson. Fast as I knew. Whew, I tell you, not a fair fight. Right, the Amazon Eve for the emphatic jam. You knew that was going to happen at some point. The Lion King of Heat and Sheep. Mr. Francis. 18-year-old. And look in Limlin and the foul. Right over, Mr. Francis. You don't learn again. Hampers at home. Not a fair fight.
You ain't seen any more out there?
No, there was no more bags out there.
My eggs are messing.
You need to calm down too, Carl. You're too damn loud. Sure. Didn't see the eggs out there. Anyways. Over Mr. Francis and the foul. Over Mr. Francis. Hammers at home. Right over Mr. Francis. Incredible rebound put back by Tupac. Mr. Francis. Die. Over Mr. Francis. Took it to a whole nother over and threw it down. Mr. Francis. He stopped himself again somehow. Over Mr. Francis and the foul. Great body control and the foul. Through contact with Mr. Francis. Mr. Francis can't guard me. Hammers at home, Mr. Francis. Spin move on Mr. Francis' home point now. Hammer at home. Like Grandfather Hutchinson. Physical game. Mr. Francis. A monster jam over a 5'1" guy. Oh man, that's sad, Mr. Francis. It's so sad. You can't guard this matchup. Mr. Francis making that face right now. What I did last year. It's better than Dunga over Henny too, over the worst matchup. Cause he's already gonna sit in that restrict there. That was not a fair fight. It's what Mr. Francis gets when the Michael Jordans are chasing, even when they don't have a ring either. And Blake Griffin was chasing in the West. Not a fair fight. Not a fair fight.
10 years ago.
So zip tie. Okay, guys. But like I said, Mr. Francis, you hate Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan is from New York. And you hate other people that were chasing rings in the West too because they still loyal to the franchise. It's just that when you get traded from one franchise to another, it does derail your career. And this has been LeBron's issue. Like I told Mr. Francis, obviously, you hate Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan has more money than LeBron. Even Tiger Woo, like myself, has more money than LeBron. So what I had to overcome to survive on this earth. It wasn't easy to know about Bruce Roy's death either. I wrote that death, and I told Mr. Rain Phoenix, obviously, that death wasn't considered if you know about drug overdose. The person that gave him that pill had marijuana in it. I watched his story, was watching his story several minutes ago, talking about his death and how he died. And he went to the University of Washington Huskies. But like I said, Bruce Roy's death, no, I wrote that death. I was already offered to for more writing books about my rise and tragic downfall and epic rise. But like I said, Mr. Grant, you hate Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan's from New York. You want to talk to me? You got to change the settings on Instagram because you changed the setting. Instagram while letting me talk to you pretty much. I was trying to talk, obviously, but you changed the setting. So, nothing I can do about that. But I know you're salty right now because LeBron is on the verge of retiring. And I told you this from the beginning. He was dealing with mortality injuries from the beginning. But yeah, man, Bruce Roy's death was no fluke, Mr. Rain Phoenix. His death was unfor- unfortunately not good. But the one Magnificent 11, obviously. Like I told Mr. Franklin, you don't overlook Bill Russell either. Because Bill Russell was the undisputed dark side of all time. For the my brother, so he been close to it, or exactly that. Like the Dragon Warrior. But anyways, I'll stop it at 25 minutes, obviously. But at the end of the day, you don't overlook death. Rewrote the deaths. I told you I wrote those deaths. All my deaths, pretty much. Even when I had asthma. Then we lost my leg at Northeast years ago. I almost lost it. Didn't lose it until near miss. Somebody ran into my leg. Skull first and knee first. My knees around my after he's popped since then. But I can't complain about these injuries. I've been there with them since then. But back with family now. Enjoying my best life. I turned 30 this Saturday upcoming when I tee off at the PGA Championship, which is the day before my birthday. We're in Diego. The Beast of Harmon's birthday is May 19, 1971. May 19, 1971. Knuckle Dude's birthday was 2 days ago, 1996. That was the year of Tupac's death. Pretty much, he was born in the year Tupac died. Pretty much 28 years old. So a lot of toys' birthdays coming up. And one of my followers, Tina Hill, her birthday's the end of the month. May Gemini, older millennial, 1990. Of course, I have to remember the birthdays. I was with my subscribers pretty much, especially the ones I follow that talk about fitness pretty much. But yeah, guys, out in the stream right there. But I told Mr. Francis and I told anybody when it comes out to Michael Jordan, you know about Bruce Roy either, but could have been for him in the NBA as well. You know, he was born in the era that Bill Russell was in. So, Mr. Francis, you hate yourself, but you want to talk to me, we can talk, honestly, but you don't over Michael Jordan either. You know, you're going to say GOAT, trademark, or what you would say, honestly, but I didn't ask for that opinion either. Didn't ask for that opinion either. In the stream right there, guys. Yeah.